Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing a plethora of houses, as I thought it'd be quite fun to do some Amsterdam style houses. So we've got, I think, 4 houses. They're all different various styles that you see along the canals of Amsterdam, and we furnish 3 out of the 4 in all various different styles. So we've got some older ones, we've got some newer ones, and I kind of tried to make them all different personalities depending on what sim was living in each house. I recently got the fitness stuff pack because our local game shop here in the UK is still selling some of the packs for $7.99. So I have had a keep checking to make sure all the ones that I actually want are in the store and getting them while they are still the cheaper price, because I know they put them up. So one of the houses is in a style of the fitness stuff pack, so this is the one that we're just working on now. So we're using some of the new windows and matching them with the base games one as well. And then the house next to it that has the little loft extension is a more traditional house, and then the house next to that one's quite a funky house. It's quite a high fashion style house that I furnished off camera, but it's kind of inspired me to do a build for next week as well. And then the next house that we're working on now is a very modern house, kind of a single sim. And then one on the end that we're doing now is one that I have left blank. So if you wanted to download this build off the gallery, then you can furnish your own little your own house. They're all like super narrow and super, like, they have all different height ceilings. I think the second floor is the highest wall height, and then the top ones are the smallest, because I thought, well, you're basically in the roofs and stuff, so you need a smaller height. And then the bottom floor is the second wall height, so you get a varied amount of height as you go up and down the building. I kind of built it in the same place as I did yesterday's build, so we're right by the canal in Willow Creek, which I thought was quite fitting for a Amsterdam style home. It's kind of why I wanted to build them, and I've kind of been planning to do this build for a while, but I have actually had some time this week because I have not been doing that much at all. So I thought it was a good time to do a longer video. And each of the houses, of course, has different wallpaper on the outside that reflects sort of the era or the time they were kind of built or renovated and stuff. So we're using a good mix of bricks and sort of a black, I think it's the one from fitness stuff, the black sort of tile for the modern one, and then sort of a nice grey texture for the proper modern sort of build that they kind of try to replicate on the end. I made sure there were lots of balconies and stuff, because I know in Amsterdam, even though I haven't been for God knows how many years, I went for my birthday once, back when I was still at uni the first time, and for my birthday, so that was quite fun. But I went with my family, so we had to kind of do some more family orientated things. But I do want to go back to Amsterdam sometime, because it is super cool, and I do love their graphic design sort of things. That was probably my favourite part of going there. Of course, looking at all the different architecture and stuff, and going all the canals. And we didn't go bike riding, but I would want to do that at some point. And I love all the trams that go along as well, because I like trams. It's something that we don't get enough here in the UK. There's not enough trams. Because if you ever play City Skylines, I always use trams and sort of train lines in that game instead of using metros, because I just like looking at things moving around in cities. I think it's a bit more interesting, especially if you're trying to get to grips with the layout of the city or like the culture, kind of take a public transport that you can actually see out the window instead of going down into the underground. And I do all the layouts off camera because I had a weird glitch where it wouldn't let me add any extra money, so I had to kind of go in and reset everything and sort of kick the sim that I had in here out so I could do the limited money. So we are going to work on the most traditional house first. So it's kind of got a really small like living area and a kitchen. So it was super interesting trying to work with all the different spaces that the houses were, because they all have a completely different layout, and it was trying to fit everything in. And unlike yesterday's build where I didn't have any move object sheets or anything, I was just like, I have to put them on because there's basically no room. But I think it makes it, each house has its own sort of character and personality to it, and you kind of get the feel of what kind of Sims that live in here. Sort of, this one's a more family home with more traditional things. You kind of think that they had this house for quite a long time. They've kind of either inherited it from their grandparent, well, the parents or something like that. It's kind of been in the family for a while, so they've kind of got some more traditional furniture and they've got some more traditional types of counters and stuff. It's all fun. And we used a lot of cats and dogs wallpaper in here, and the Jungle Adventure floorboards, because I thought they're super rustic and beautiful to use anywhere. So there's always an opportunity to use those wood floor, then I am there. And of course I stuck the what they called, the vents for the kitchen half outside, because I always think I'm placing it right and then I never do. But we've kind of got a nice little kitchen area and a dining table as well, so it's quite a compact little space. But hopefully you can actually access most of the stuff. I haven't really tested much of this build because I was kind of doing it more for the aesthetics and stuff and just kind of having fun. And I kind of had a break from playing The Sims from last week because I wasn't on it that much, so it was kind of nice to come back with a bigger build and kind of trying to do some stuff that I hadn't really done. And obviously using the fitness stuff pack for the more modern stuff kind of was nice as well, because there's not that many modern stuff, so I kind of wanted to have it in my game. And a lot of the bathrooms in this build have the fitness stuff in them, so if you don't have fitness stuff, then you probably have to go through and replace most of the bathrooms to your own taste. But it was quite refreshing to put some new objects in the game, because obviously we haven't had a stuff pack or anything since Laundry Day, I think it is. But we've got seasons coming up, which looks super awesome. Every time they keep releasing something for that, like if it's like the Sims walking in the snow, or sort of more details about how to decorate the outside of your house, it's getting more exciting. And hopefully when people are allowed to show their sort of gameplay from EA Play, then it'd be fun. I'm definitely gonna try and catch some of the live stream that they're going to do soon, I think, just to see what the pack's about. Normally I'd like to see that before I actually buy it, just to make sure it's actually worth forking out some money to get it, because obviously it needs to live up to the price that you have to pay for it, because they are not the most cheap thing. They're cheaper than like PS4 games and stuff, but obviously not overly cheap for a PC game. And then we're only like we're on the third floor of this house because this one goes all the way to the roof. So the master bedroom and a guest bedroom, I think, are on the third floor for this, because I do a fun little thing for the kids stuff up in the attic. So we've gone for quite a really mint colour scheme in this bedroom. So picking out the greens and stuff in the artwork, and you get super amazing views from the tops, like the top floors of these buildings. I would super like to live in one of these houses, especially a nice view out to the water and stuff. That would be super nice. And today it was quite funny because we went for a little family outing, talking of water, and the town we went to, that's like 45, well, it's less than that, around 40 minutes away, like drive from where I live, kind of had a little like statues all dotted around the town. So I spent the morning trying to hunt down otter statues, because I thought it was hilarious, the fact that these they put otter statues up to raise money for hedgehogs, which really confused me. And then I was like, this is rather suspicious. Why are otters raising money for hedgehogs? It makes no sense whatsoever, but it amused me enough to go around and try and take pictures of them all. Which was something very, very random. And hopefully next week I will be able to go see Jurassic World. I have a super awesome idea to do with Jurassic World for a video next week, which I cannot wait to do. That is what I'm going to do today or tomorrow, hopefully. So I'm gonna have so much fun. I cannot wait. I'm kind of already thinking about how I want to do it. And then these are the super fun kids bedrooms, so because we've got this loft area we've got like narrow little passages at the top, so I thought the one of the children that live in the bedrooms kind of made her own little den area down the bottom, and she's got some like comfy cushions and sort of some drawings on the wall that she might have done to kind of make it her own little space. And I thought that would be quite cool for either some gameplay or some storytelling, if you had like some reason why she always spent a lot of time upstairs kind of looking out the window, being like thinking imaginatively or something like that. But I thought that would be super cool. And this is the modern house on the end, so we are throwing every single well, not every single object. I've not put the climbing wall in here, but we've literally got most of the objects from Fitness Stuff Pack in here. So we've got a little modern kitchen down the bottom here. We're using a lot of blacks, greys, woods and golds as well in the living area. So I had some fun. Excuse me. I've just had lunch, so gotta love some after meal recording. And I love using the lights. One of the reasons why I wanted to get this pack was just the lights are on goals. They are light goals, and I would like to have lights like that in my own place if I ever get one. And put a load of like little seating area down there, and we used a lot of terracotta pots as well, kind of because they were quite similar to the copper colour, so I thought that would work well. And I did a lot of sort of custom painting, well, they're not paintings but pictures placement in the living area especially, but it was quite fun to pick out all the ones that had the black frame and sort of scale them up and down depending on what size I felt that would work within the space. And I also made a little custom coffee table here in the middle, so I kind of scaled down some of the coffee tables and then put one of the succulent plants in there as well, which we'll see in a minute. But I thought that worked really well, and it made some like interesting shapes as well, because it kind of reflect the little coffee table as well. And it's super nice to have some like more modern stuff. I'm not sure whether I would use the chaise longue and that often, but it'd be quite nice to use as an outdoorsy kind of thing, especially if when when we finally get seasons, to have it as like a summer sun lounger and use it with some of the get together stuff. So just making our little photo corner thing, and use the bookcase as sort of a divider because I kind of wanted an office workspace and a distinction between like the living chill out area. We've got a little poker table in the corner as well because I thought the person in this house would be like a single sim, so kind of a bachelor or something like that. So they were super up for like game nights and having like movie marathons and stuff like that. So it's kind of a more masculine home, but I think that reflects the pack as well. So we're going for quite a black and blue sort of theme in the bedroom upstairs, and wanted to put some blinds and stuff because none of the other rooms have blinds in this one, because I thought they would be quite open to people looking in their fancy swanky house. So just putting some nice decorative stuff everywhere. And I do like the corner bath that we get in fitness stuff. Comes in some nice colours and sort of matches everything else as well. And it also matches the laundry day stuff, like towel rack, quite well as well. So you can, and the shelving bits. So you can kind of mix the two together. Now we're doing some landscaping, so I kind of made some little planters and kind of wanted it to be like a little front garden type area, but quite kind of, you're in the city so you can't do too much, but I kind of wanted to still bring in some nature and stuff. So we've got some areas for some bushes and stuff, and we've got some nice birch trees to kind of, because they're quite small, and we've got them in the two different sizes as well. So we've got the base game one, and we've got the cats and dogs one for the larger sort of planter bits. And then we're just making using all the different post box and bins and stuff to kind of reflect the style of the house. And I also put a little food vendor stall from the cats and dogs out the back, just because I thought normally you have to walk past, like they're always on a main thoroughfare or something, so it's made it quite a communal area out the front. And then down one of the sides of the end building we've got the sort of mural walls as well, because I can imagine there'd be quite a few bits of graffiti and stuff about. And then we've got some greenery on the walls, and then I was just adding a bit of outside decoration using the jungle adventure stuff to kind of make that building a bit more interesting, because it was kind of blending in with the white and stuff. So just wanted to make it a bit more interesting. So now we are on to the other modern house, and you can kind of see where I furnished the house in the middle. So I kind of went for like a high fashion sort of feel in there just by accident. So it's got some really bright colours and stuff, like, and sort of more interesting sort of decoration kind of layouts. Like I did some funky stuff with some using mirrors and sort of the lighting as well, and it's very like colour coordinated and kind of matchy, but not in like an over the top way. So in this one it's all black and white with like a tint of green. So we've got some dark walls, we've got concrete floors on each floor, so kind of using rugs and stuff and trying to make it quite super modern. There's not that much space. There's like a balcony that overlooks this area, so the bedroom and the desk sort of study area is on the next floor, and then we just got the living area and the small little kitchen as you come in. And this space was quite small, kind of had to fit everything in, so using the little toddler drawer thing in the black was really nice to use, and kind of like a shelving unit next to your bed as well. I also add in a plant as well, one of the hanging plants, which kind of adds a really nice like scale, because the wall height in here is like huge, so I thought it was quite nice to have one of the plants hanging down in front of the window. It also brings in a bit of pop of colour as well, because everything was super black and white. And then I tried to make a little wall feature out of these sort of wall decorations. So I kind of did them in 3 scales of colour, kind of had them as like maybe shelves, maybe you could put some stuff behind it and sort of store some stuff there. But it's really up to the sim that ends up living in here. And then on the top floor we've got a really big bedroom, well, not bedroom, bathroom area. So we're using the blue variant because I was getting a bit sick of black, so we're going for grey and a bluey colour, and some sirens going off in the background. And it's kind of a shared bathroom, so maybe two sims are living in here, and I used the little rock wall lights as sort of a feature in here. So that is it. If you like this build, feel free to give it a like, and if you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and I will leave you with the screenshots, and I include some of the ones that I furnished off camera as well. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.